welcome to the channel. I'm just going to give you a bit of information about the Android head unit we have here. This one came under the brand Bosion, B-O-S-I-O-N. It comes under many other names as well. It didn't come with install instructions, so you just have to try and figure it out. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to do, sorry. This model unit is a BXD05. Here's some information for you. And the other information is from where it comes from. And that's pretty much all the information you get from the box. There were no install instructions. Yay me. When I got it, it came with this surrounding piece to allow me to install it into the 2010 Kluger. This one was meant to come with little knobs that go in here, little fake knobs. I chose not to use those and put these in place instead because the KXR model comes with these two, not this strip down the bottom. Down here I have a USB hub, and I've also got a little infrared receiver for the footwell lights. Just a touchscreen system. We'll go back. Here is the main system that we play with. Navi doesn't actually take you to any kind of navigation as much as you might think it would. Bit sad that, but it's just the way it goes. You can change things like your LED colors on the side here. Go back to blue. You can change it to red. As you can see, they're changing colors. I keep it that because it's a nice bright color. I choose not to have the sound effects on. That's just me though. Different languages you can choose: Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. You can choose different. You've got a spot for backup camera. Now, whilst I have this camera working here, it doesn't work on this one here. More than likely, it's the way I've hooked it up. It did come with a reverse camera, which I will pick out of here. It's in there with all the assorted cables. That little black box there is the camera. I've just got the one that's native hooked up. It is kind of accessible when you put it into reverse. There it is up there. I believe it was that one. So there are no lines, but you can still see it. You turn it off and it'll just go blank. There is no front camera on this. The aux is just the camera. Radio is radio. Bluetooth music is for when you've got it hooked up to your phone and you can listen to the Bluetooth music from your phone. YouTube, Play Store, a Gamma car launcher is another launcher for the car. It just shows it slightly differently. I choose to have it on there sometimes. DABZ does work occasionally. I do have the antenna up. Occasionally that works, but because the antenna, located up there, has a break in the cable somewhere, it quite often doesn't work. Let's turn it up, see if there's anything. Nothing. There's a little bit, but because the cable's broken, it doesn't quite work, so we generally leave that off. The GPS system does work. As you can see down here, plenty of satellites it's picked up. We're not actually moving, so we're not going anywhere. we don't need to worry about that. That is the Agama car launcher. I've only got the free version on there. Apparently I need to buy it, but that's it. Satellites, temperature. Navi takes us back to Google Maps with this. So apparently I set that one up right. Good. Let's get out of that. This version has 3 different style backgrounds. I'll leave it there. 2, 3. Go there. I like that one. It's a 4 gig RAM, 64 gigabyte storage space version. That's the most you'll get at the moment, from what I could see. Cost was around $350, but it suits my needs better than the previous radio. You can buy a piece for in here. As you can see, there is a gap made for it. That can cost between $120 and $200 for that piece if your car didn't come with it. As I said, I've got the USB hub in there because we've got several different phones we hook up to it, and there's only 2 USB cables for the back, so I just hook them both up. To use the camera here up with this, you do need to essentially split the signal, and you have to buy an additional wiring loom to put that in. Again, I could install that one, but at the moment I'm just going to let it go. When I did install the radio in the first place, I did have to buy this piece from Repco and hook that up first before it actually powered on. Not too sure why it did that, but anyhow, it works now. It also came with this little microphone. I don't need it because we have one up here pre-wired in, and it's just a 3.5mm system, so we just kind of wired it into there. Later on I might pull it out and I'll give you a look at the wiring if you'd like to. There is one issue with it. Down here we have a headlight adjustment. I cannot use that because as soon as I do, the radio will turn off and reboot once I go back to the original setting on that headlight switch. I did think about replacing this with the more modern version, but I find the dials work well. They work very well. I don't need to look at what I'm doing, whereas with the dials I would. So yeah, just a little bit about the radio. If you'd like to know any more, leave us a comment. Otherwise, get tuned for more adventures and more information. Thanks.